Well, let's have some Q&A now. And we've got about 20 minutes, so we can engage in a little discussion here. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm John Connors, like the Terminator kid. And James, this is a question for you. You have a huge vision, both biologically and technologically. And being a tech, I run a group called Blockchain for Ecology, and always trying to figure out great ways to restore Earth's ecosystems with tech. When I see what you put up there, I get a little nervous, like it's a 2018 blockchain white paper. You know what I mean? It's like, what are you actually building as far as build, measure, learn, MVP style, the way we potentially build real lasting technology?
Sure. So I'm most influenced by the Amish in Pennsylvania. So if you're familiar with the Amish, when the power goes out in Pennsylvania, for the Amish, it's Tuesday. Okay? So from my perspective, that's exactly what I'm trying to build, is the technology is a means to an end, right? So from our perspective, the APIs are there, the systems are there, the infrastructure is there. Any building that goes up has infrastructure. It has technology in it. So all we're doing really is watching what's going on. We're already getting that data, and now we're actually at the control phase where we can start to improve how those things function. So it's not rocket science. It's not a technological issue. It's very simply put, it's a matter of money and political will to build neighborhoods like this at scale.
Thanks, James. Okay, back here. Yeah. Mic is good.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Melissa. I'm a visual artist and an artful activist. And I love what all of you are doing, but I have a question for you. I did not hear any of you talk about restoring natural habitats. It sounds like we're so focused on humans. The orca whales and the gray whales are starving to death right now. Many animals, many insects are dying. We're extincting animals at a crazy rate. I think it's 200 a day of species, plant and animal, we're losing. So I just wanted to address that because I think we need to become Gaia-centric, not human-centric. We're very good at that. We keep talking about humanity. We need to talk about nature. So I implore you in your projects, restore natural habitats. Help our fellow animals, our fellow family members, I should say. We're all connected. So I feel very passionate about that and wanted to voice that. Thank you.
Yeah, there's so many areas to address. That's certainly critical. And I think it's
I would like to respond to that just really quickly. I believe that every one of us is up here. It may not have been focused on. However, that's the base root. We can't survive without that. We cannot survive unless we create a healthy planet that allows every single other species to have as much respect. So we have to embed respect into the collective.
We have to take on our role as stewards of the planet. That's what's our purpose? I think that's it. So, okay, some other questions? Yes.
I'm sorry, I'll just go and I'll pass it forward. My name is Matt, and I'm a Bay Area native. And there's a question for Mr. Ehrlich. I think what you showed us and proposed, I think it's impressive, but everything I saw was rural, and we're in an incredibly big urban environment that's bursting at the seams. So I guess just two questions is that how many years before these communities are carbon negative, and how come only 2 stories? Why not more vertically?
All great questions. To just address that, I was born and raised in Manhattan, and it's a great city, but it's brittle. Cities are brittle. So you get something called sustainability by proximity, and that's a great deal of better research at Stanford and other universities of resiliency in the built environment, especially urban environments. But I'm a suburban guy. I'm a peri-urban rural person because I think that the best case for humanity is actually the right kind of sprawl, the right kind of spreading out. And that's also the reason why with the future of mobility and all these other kinds of things that we can really look at living outside of cities in more regenerative and resilient ways, especially with the nature of work changing and economics. There's a lot of things happening dynamically both environmentally and economically at this critical moment. I believe that within the next somewhat 15 years or so of the first, after the first 18 months of development of our first pilot community, somewhere within 12 to 15 years, it will be carbon neutral in terms of all of the external pieces that go into building a regenerative neighborhood. But from that point